Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. I'm working on some of these little Valentine goodies here that I wanted to make. I wanted to get these done last week, but of course, you know, there's always appointments and this and that. I just couldn't get to it. But anyway, just sitting now waiting for all this snow to come this weekend. So figured I want to get some of these done so I can put these around the house just to, you know, be a little more festive. I'm going to do one with this heart here. This I actually got last year at Dollar Tree. I don't know, did they have these this year? I don't know. But they do have the wooden hearts, and you could just paint them if they don't. But I love this because it already came painted pink, and it's just plain on the back. And they are just, what are they? They're just called decor. Nothing fancy. But they have all kinds of hearts on strings and things there. So, you know, if you wanted to do what I'm going to do with this one, you could do with any of them. It doesn't have to be. Now this other project I want to do here, I want to make these little, they look like little jewelry boxes, but they're just these little foam blocks from Dollar Tree. You could use a wood block, which would be much more easy to paint. These took 3 coats to paint, but the little wooden blocks are like, I don't know if they're $1.25, $1.50 now a piece. So this was much more affordable because I think you get 6 of these in a pack in the toy section. So that's what I'm using for this. So I already painted these. I used some of the crimson paint, the Waverly chalk paint. Chalk paint covers these much better. I gotta pause my watch here because it's already driving me insane. Hang on one sec. I don't see a person at my front door, but that's okay. Sometimes I get reflections. Sorry, I'm just trying to pause. Too late. I already deleted it. Anyway, it's probably going to ding again. Anyhow, and then I use this, which I have very, very little of left, is the Prominent Pink Home Decor Chalk Paint. And they, like I said, it took 3 coats to cover these up. And, you know, if you use the wooden blocks, you could probably get away with 1 or 2 coats. But anyhow, that's what I did with these. And they have other ones too that are kind of like rounded on the edges if you'd want to use those. They have all different kinds of little foam blocks and things. Let's see, I think that one I'm using that. All right, so all I'm going to do with these is I took some of this ribbon. I have a bunch of these different ribbons from Dollar Tree. I was going to use this stuff, but I'm not, so I'm going to put that aside. All different kinds of ribbons at Dollar Tree. These are just in the home and garden section. These are in the Valentine section. So I just kind of measured a piece here. All I did was just kind of take it, wrap it around, and then just cut it off to size. I didn't really measure them or anything. And we are just going to glue these on here. These are just a cute little thing to do, and they're just fun and easy to do. So I like fun and easy. We love easy peasy DIYs. So you're just going to glue that there and then wrap it around and glue it up here on the top. Like I said, easy peasy. Just want to make it nice and snug, that's all. And then we're just going to take the other one, do the same thing. Start here in the middle. That looks pretty good. And then just wrap these around and glue them down. There we go. And that's it for this part. Now for the bow on top, I cut out 3 pieces, just 5-inch pieces of ribbon, whatever colors you want to use. I got some paint on that one, but it's not going to matter. I'm just going to fold these in half, give them a pinch so you can see the little line there where you folded it for the center, and then just glue your ends over to the center. We're going to do this with all of these. I'm using 3 on the top. I'm going to use 2 white and 1 of the heart print on this one. So we're going to do these here real quick. I'll do the other ones off camera because I'm doing all these exactly the same way. Just give it a pinch so you can see the line there. Fold them over. And then just fold this over again. And then once we get all these done, we're just going to stack these. Like so. All right, so I'm gonna use this one for like on the bottom, and then we're gonna make like a little X here. Just kind of make it look even, like so. And then just put a little bit of glue in the center. Glue that one down. And then we're gonna take the other one here and do the same thing. Make your little X, like so. And then I think that looks pretty even. And I just usually just hold up one end and tack it down. This side I'm gonna have to go both sides because there we go. And that is your little bow for the center. And then you can puff these up. I don't bother doing this usually until I get it on the little package here. But let me cut this little scraggly piece of ribbon off. So then you're just gonna put a big dollop of glue there, and we're gonna just glue this on like so. I kind of make the center loop here even with these sides. Ugh, glue webs. All right, so that is that. Now I don't know if I want to use this on the red one or the white one. I'm gonna save that one. I have this little flat back rose. This came in with a bunch of flat back button things from Temu. If you just look up flat back embellishments, they have all different kinds. So I think I'm going to use this little pearl one on here like I did on that one. And we're just going to put this right in the center just to kind of finish that off a little bit. Like so. And there is your pretty little bow. You can just puff these up. And there you go. Isn't that cute? And then for the sides, I had a bunch of these stickers. Ugh, webs. I could get my heat gun out here and just pop these off, but it's only a couple. All right, I have a bunch of these stickers from Dollar Tree. I have these pink ones here that I had left over for a while, little pink hearts, and then they have the little clear hearts, and these are in the Crafter's Square. These I think have dried out a little bit, this pack, because a lot of these have fallen off, but you know, you can always hot glue them on. Some of these I've had for quite a while. But let's see, I think I'm going to use the pink ones on here just to add a little something. I'm going to put these up more towards the top. This one I put kind of in the center. But I think, or maybe one on the top, one on the bottom. No, we're going to put them both on the top. I just think they look cuter when they're just kind of aligned. Look how pretty. Very sparkly. Or you could put 4 on there if you want to. Whatever you want to do. I have some little pearl stickers too, but they're so tiny and really difficult to work with for this, I think. So I'm not going to use those, but you could absolutely put like little pearl stickers on here or whatever. And I'm just going to set these in along with my other Valentine decor. I don't have a ton of Valentine decorations, so I figured these would look cute on my little shelf out in the kitchen because I have nothing on it right now. I took my Christmas decorations down and I can't even remember what I used to have there. But that's it. That's how I'm decorating these. There we go. All right, so let me wrap this one and then I'll show you how I'm going to do the bow and stuff on there, and then I'll be right back. All right, this one I did with that red gingham ribbon. I just wrapped it around there, and then the little bow I made in these colors with the same ribbon, and there's another giant glue web. So we're just going to glue this one down here, add this pretty little bow. That one's real pretty. I love that. And then this one I'm going to use that pretty white rose. I wish I had more of these. This is the only one that there only came like maybe 2 or 3. It was in a bag of like assorted little doodads. So they have all kinds on Temu if you want to check them out. All kinds of flat back embellishments. All right, so let's put that right there. Oh, I so wish I had more of those. Look how pretty. Don't slide. Isn't that gorgeous? I just need to fluff up my bows here. Give them a nice squeeze. There we go. So pretty. And this one I'm going to put the clear little hearts on here. I think I'll put them back down in the center. I think I like that better. do it this way, then I can make it even with the last one I did. Give them a good push. That one web does not want to go away. There we go. So those are all done. That's it. I mean, look how cute these look. I'm going to put a couple of these on my one shelf and then one up on the top. It's like a little tiered shelf in my kitchen. So I thought that would look really cute on there. But there they are. Those are so cute. Love them. All right, so now for this, let me get some of this stuff out of my way. For this, I'm just going to take a piece of this ribbon from Dollar Tree. This is usually in the garden center. It is, what, 2 inches, 3 yards. And I need a piece of tape again to hold this closed. Tape doesn't stick to these too well, but there we go. So all I did was cut a piece off that I want to put like right about here, I think. Yes. So I'm just going to flip this over here, and I'm going to glue this side down here because it's going to go up in an angle when you pull it. I hope you guys can see this. I kind of moved everything. So you kind of got to do this on an angle once you get over here to the sides. I just want to make sure. I think that looks pretty right there. So I'm going to glue this side down here, and then I'm going to try to get some glue underneath just the bottom of this. I'll show you here. Let me get this turned over. Hot. That one didn't go through. That one sure did. All right. I have nothing but hot glue on my fingers all day long, every day. But there. Look how pretty. So I'm just going to get underneath here and run some glue right along the bottom here, because we are going to put some flowers in this. And some little, I think a few pieces of this boxwood. Oh, the webs we weave. I think that's why I was going to use some of that, this, just to cover up that glue line. But I really don't think, this really doesn't match very well. It's a totally different color, so we're just going to leave it be. It's fine. Now, I'm not doing much else but adding some flowers and things in this. So, and then you don't have to glue these in or anything. You can just tuck these in, and then, you know, you can change them for whatever, you know. This doesn't have to be just for Valentine's Day at all. Just tuck them in here and then just add whatever flowers you want for whatever time of the year, I guess. I would say spring and summer, but you know, if you want to leave it up all year long, you could do that absolutely too. So let's see. I have some of these little bitty flowers here that I picked up yesterday, actually, at Dollar Tree, because I didn't have any little flowers, and I've been wanting to make this, and I just did not have the flowers. So I'm going to stick a few of these around. Maybe a couple in there. These white ones over here. Get back down in there. Yeah, those are pretty. And I had some of these little white ones here and just some little greens that were on the bunches of them. Let me put that in the center there. And I think I want another piece of the boxwood in there. I love doing stuff with this boxwood. It's just a great filler. All right, and I might put this right in front of this boxwood. Tuck that down in there. Oh yeah, that's cute. But whatever flowers you have, it really doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I wish I had a few more in here. Where are these? Where did you go? Oh, there they are. You know, this'll do just fine for now, because this one actually has more flowers on it than that one. There, that is just how you can decorate this pretty little heart. And like I said, you can add anything you want. So if you want to do it for Valentine's Day, I have some of this. It's just called decor. These little foam hearts that they have at Dollar Tree. And I usually just take one of these skewers here so we can decorate this for Valentine's Day, and then you can just pop these back out and just put them on one of these little sticks and just add them on down in here. So you have them peeking out. Let's put another one in there. Let's cut the end of this into a point. Oh, where's my wire cutters? It was much easier. There we go. And then just stick that in the bottom of these styrofoam hearts. They have these in all different colors too. This is my favorite one. I'm more of a pink color for Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people like the red and white stuff. I really like the pink. So that's what I'm going to do here. I might put one more here in the center. One more. Let's go for one more. I like to do things in threes. But that is it. That's all I'm going to do to this little guy here. See if I can get that to go in the middle here. Let me cut this off a little bit more. It's a little too long. There we go. I'll put that one right in the front for now. And then after Valentine's Day, you just pop out those little Valentine hearts and just leave it up as a pretty little decoration. And if you want to use a little bit bigger flowers, you could just put this down here a little bit lower. But I think that's real cute. And that's it. Just simple, easy peasy. I'm not doing another thing to this. But anyway, that was my little projects I wanted to get done for today. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.